Robert Louis Stevenson once said, "All speech, written or spoken, is a dead language until it finds a willing and prepared hearer." Throughout history, many languages, written and spoken, have been created, gone through periods of change and development, and, for some unlucky ones, died out. Ancient Egypt is a perfect example of this. While their spoken language of Egyptian has gone through centuries of development and growth and is still spoken today, the original written language of the ancient Egyptians, more commonly known as hieroglyphs, hasn't been written or carved since 394 AD. Ancient Egyptians began recording their world through hieroglyphs in about 3100 BC. A hieroglyph is a picture of an object that represents a word, syllable, or sound. As a result of the discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799 by the French conqueror Napoleon Bonaparte, linguists were able to decipher this mysterious language. The Rosetta Stone, which is a slab of black basalt 3 feet 10 inches tall, has carved in it the same message in 3 different languages: hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Greek. The linguists compared the hieroglyph message with the Greek message and discovered a key factor in the ancient language. They found that hieroglyphs fall into 3 categories: phonograms, ideograms, and determinatives. Phonograms are symbols that represent sound, just like our English alphabet. Ideograms are symbols that represent whole words. For example, a picture of a boat would mean boat, an eye is an eye, and a sun is a sun. Determinatives are symbols that clarify the meaning of a word in a particular context. For instance, if you take the symbol for writing and add the symbol for man, the result is the hieroglyph for scribe. And a scribe was simply a man that knew how to read and write hieroglyphs. The ancient Egyptians recorded messages, prophecies, and even their daily lives on stone tablets, temple walls, jewelry, tombs, coffins, sarcophagi, which are the colorful boxes, usually made of gold, that the mummified body of a member of the royal family was placed in, and canopic jars, which are the jars embalmers placed the organs of the deceased in. In ancient Egypt, names were extremely important. Your name was a reflection on who you were. Names were usually made up of everyday words and phrases, like the name Nefertiti. It contains the prefix nefer, which means good or beautiful. When this name was written in hieroglyphs, it would contain the symbol for good or beautiful. This caused a lot of confusion. So, the determinatives for man, which was a picture of a man, or woman, which was a picture of a woman, was added to the end of a name in order to determine that it was a personal name and of that person. Royal names, however, did not contain the determinatives for man or woman at the end. Instead, their names were written in an oval rope called a cartouche. At first glance, hieroglyphs just look like a bunch of doodles on the wall. But when you stop and take the time to really learn about them and understand what they mean, they can shine a whole new light on our perception of ancient Egypt. We can see that they were people just like you and me. But, unlike us, they appreciated and cherished their written language. They took the time to draw out their words carefully and precisely in order to convey the right message. Ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs is one of the most beautiful written languages the world, present and ancient, has ever seen.